Hey guys, welcome to the Amherst Railroad Hobby Show here in West Springfield, Massachusetts. We're about to take a walking tour through the building and wanted to show you guys the view from the floor. For those of you guys watching on our YouTube channel, got 3 cameras here this year: the Better Living Center, Mallory Building, and the Young Building. And of course, we're going to take you on a quick walking tour through the 4 buildings here. Give you a perspective of what's here from the actual ground level on the floor. So let's take a walk. Of course, Scale Trains here just did their product announcement for the new GP30. Should be a pretty interesting model. First 4-axle for Scale Trains. And again, this is the Better Living Center we're walking through now. Crowds are pretty good today, despite non-stop snow that started overnight. And we are, and it looks like it's still coming down outside, so. Now, one of our moderators, Neil, is here. He's got a booth that does LEDs. East Coast Circuits. And those guys do all the fancy LEDs in the in those little cars. Certainly add some details to your layout, that's for sure. All right, we're going to continue on here. Again, we're in the Better Living Center. Just taking a walk. Bill Barr, you'd love it here. Plenty of O-gauge stuff for you. I think you'd be liable to go broke in a place like this. Real neat stuff, though. Pretty neat. I guess we're going to get to see an operating turntable for you guys. And this here is the all brass back shop.
It's clearly a computer glitch.
The hand of God just reached in for his quick adjustment.
What do you call that? Accidental intention.
So there you go.
You're a big chance there and you blow it.
Wait a minute, I got 2 more engines.
Mike, you do some great work.
Hey, appreciate it.
I watch you on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we're live on YouTube right now.
The whole world saw that?
Yep.
They're watching now, literally as we speak.
That's
Where have
awesome.
you not been?
I get second chances at this.
I mean, they're all over the East Coast, West Coast.
52 locations in 28 states right now.
Look at that.
More coming though.
Yeah. Well, you're well respected in the prototypical environment. BNSF.
No, I have no tools. The whole world just heard that Galen. That's awesome. Can I get a second shot at this?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see what we can get on there.
All right, we're gonna do another one.
You pick New York Central or Great Northern.
I like that Great Northern one because it's nice and weathered.
Let me get this one out of the way.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, we're here at the All Brass Back Shop, checking out some of their interesting offerings here at the show. The detail on these things is pretty amazing.
Here we go. No pressure this time.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Only a couple hundred people watching. No pressure.
No pressure.
And thousands of people watching it.
Would you look at that? Right off the bat. Nobody saw that. How's that for pressure?
Nailed it.
If it was my model, I'd run it right off the side of the turntable just to get a giggle.
Kathy, we're at section 29 in the Better Living Center. And we're here at the All Brass Back Shop.
So you can monitor all of your locations from, or do you have people there?
We've got about 100 operators that can operate the cameras. But everything comes in, basically to a centralized, server, piece of software. We can pretty much run everything from that. And we're actually in the process of building some stuff now to
Looks pretty good.
give us some,
I'm gonna go with
more control over everything in one spot.
Pressure's on.
What do you call this apparatus you have in your hand? Does it have a name?
It's a
Look at that.
it's a
Right on.
DJI gimbal, so it just keeps your camera steady, basically.
Yeah.
You don't get any of that handshake or anything like that.
I call it the rock steady concept.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are all over. 'Cause I've been watching on YouTube, and man.
Yeah, we average about 16 million viewers a month from about 200 countries.
You guys are everywhere, doing good stuff.
More coming too. It's gonna be a busy year. All right, guys, we're gonna keep walking and talking. Thanks to the guys here at the All Brass Back Shop. Check them out. Lots of good stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. We'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow, I'm sure.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be here.
I'm sure everyone's familiar with Bachmann Trains. Bachmann is here. A lot of good stuff here. A lot of good stuff.
And of course, a Dunkin in the corner.
And of course, my personal favorite, Dunkin Donuts. Again, Dunkin, if you're watching, we're waiting for your sponsorship offer, and I'll be waiting, sitting by the phone patiently. If any of you guys have a corporate connection to Dunkin Donuts, please let them know. We would love to work with them. Actually, I just want free coffee, but we'll still promote them. A lot of neat stuff. How are you? TCA. What does TCA do?
Collectors Association with almost 20,000 folks that collect and run freight trains. Give you an idea of some of the different scales from the tin plate, Lionel to vintage HO. This is a standard gauge engine, which was handmade.
Handmade, huh? You built it. Wow. That's some craftsmanship.
All aluminum.
Holy cow.
So we're here to represent the TCA and encourage people to have fun with the trains.
Absolutely. If you guys want to check this out, Train Collectors Association, it's tcatrains.org. Check them out. This GG1 here is handmade by this gentleman here. Some craftsmanship. I could barely put a model kit together, let alone something like this. All right. Again, guys, tca.org or tcatrains.org for more information. And we'll keep walking and talking. We'll be back tomorrow, I'm sure. Thanks. Oh, Dwight, we're live. Can you tell us about what you got here?
You are looking at the middle down in Stony Point. It's a modular layout in the sense that it can be used for transportation. It does not fit the two standard modular designs, N-track, B-track. The layout takes on average about 90 minutes to set up. The area over here in front of me is new for this year. That is purposely being left half landscaped and half unlandscaped to show the progress of construction.
Very neat.
The layout has 2 yards, and you can actually crisscross the yards through the interlocking. It's a traditional DC layout with power blocks, and has all working signals and dwarf lights. So as you look on the main line here, the switch over here is set for the main. The dwarf lights will change. It is now set for the yard. And back again.
Very neat.
Originally at Atlas Control, but the Atlas Controls being on a flexible layout became too problematic, and so it got changed to these rocker switches, as the yard over there will be done this spring.
Very neat.
And then there's a smaller layout in the back.
Okay.
When you're part of the Amherst Rail Society, you get some privileges to bring what you want.
Very cool. All right. Well,
I like your little gimbal setup. That's nice.
Yeah, comes in handy. All right, guys, we'll go check out this. Yes, thank you. We'll go check out this other little N-scale layout over here. Now, this one's this size is probably doable for most folks. Looks to be about what, 4x8, Bruce?
Yeah, that's about 4x8. Nice little N-scale layout.
Great little N-scale layout. All right. we're gonna keep on going. The Berkshire Scenic Railway. Dylan Hayward, welcome to the show. I'm sure we got some Santa Fe fans here. All right.
Anywhere, the whole YouTube world, whatever you do.
More cameras or one.
All right, walking and talking here, folks. Still in the Better Living Center. Some great layouts here today. Lots of talent on display. And if you guys are just now tuning in, we are in West Springfield, Massachusetts at the Big E for the Amherst Railroad Hobby Show. Unfortunately, it was canceled last year, so we are back in person this year. We had some weather challenges this morning. Expecting, I don't know, about a foot of snow today, and it's been coming down pretty hot and heavy most of the day, with hopefully the snow tapering off here later this afternoon, and we'll should be snow free tomorrow. So show hours tomorrow are going to be 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Doors open at 10. Show goes till 5 and then closes out at 5 o'clock. If you're able to make it to the show, come and see us. We're in the Better Living Center next to the scale trains, pretty much center of the building. All kinds of neat stuff here, though. As for you model railroaders, this is a place that you could easily go broke. A lot of neat stuff, though. A lot of collectibles. Old Lionel stuff. American Flyer.
I've already retired once now. I'm getting rid of the second.
Now this is pretty neat. We visited this booth here back in 2020, if you guys remember the walk and talk that we did. This bridge here was hand built. Fascinating structure. We'll probably sneak over here tomorrow when it's operating and show you guys. But it's this is an operating scratch built bridge, lift bridge. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with Walthers. All the big names are usually here. And we're gonna head across the BLC and on into a next building. So we'll step outside here. You guys will get to see the live conditions and all the snow that we've accumulated over the past 15 hours or so. And there's literally something for everybody at this show. Modelers, collectors, and everything in between. Good to have you guys with us today. Again, we're here in West Springfield, Massachusetts at the Amherst Railroad Hobby Show. 4 buildings packed with trains from Z scale to real scale. We'll show you that here in a little bit. We've got an actual locomotive in one of the buildings, 2-foot gauge, number 3 from the main narrow gauge. Complete layouts you can buy, parts layouts you can buy, parts for your trains. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of everything at this show. Scale Train's new Jeep 30 announced earlier this morning. First 4-axle locomotives for Scale Trains. Looks like those will deliver sometime in the fall of 2022. Of course, some more layout action. Really super detailed stuff. Talent is certainly on display at these shows. Here's a neat little scene. All the buildings are lit up. It's like an electric railway there. This scene looks a little bit more like what we're seeing outside. Some snow on the ground. This is the northeast end track, folks. All right, so we're going to take another. We're going to sneak over to the other building here and out into the elements. So everybody, put your jackets on. It's about to get chilly. Earmuffs, get your gloves, extra pair of socks. Oh, it looks, it doesn't look like conditions are improving. As a matter of fact, might want to turn your volume down now because it certainly looks windy and not the best weather, but we shall prevail. Current conditions here and getting dumped on here. These tents are great, but when the snow is coming at you sideways, it's not quite as effective. All right. So it looks like we're going to sneak over to the Young building here. Gosh, it's cold and windy. I'd say winds are probably 25 miles an hour right now. As you can see, I'm starting to walk a little bit faster because it's chilly. So onward to the Young building here. Whew. Huge thanks to the folks at Amherst and the folks at the Big E. As you can see, they've been on top of the snow removal, keeping walkways as clear as they can. But the snow has literally not stopped since early this morning, overnight, middle of the night. All right. So, a little bit warmer in here than it is outside. Take a trip around this building. The Plain Hobbies over here. Like I said, there's something for everybody at this show. Even me. Multiple Dunkins. Not just one, 2 Dunkins. And this booth here is the Bristol S-Gauge Railroaders. S-Gauge for those guys interested. Looks like they have onboard cameras on their train. All right. We're here in the Young building now. If you guys are just tuning in. Next up, we'll head over to Mallory. And then, of course, the Stroh building. Lots of good stuff here. All right, we'll go check out the Providence Northern Model Railroad Club. Got a neat layout here. A lot of detail.
Yeah, down where we are, it's that's like the state of what I have. Too much side of it. We're going to give everything.
All right. All kinds of stuff for your layout. If you're a model railroader, this is definitely your Disneyland. Should get some good crowds tomorrow. Like I said, the snow is supposed to let up here shortly and provide for a pretty good day tomorrow. The sun will be shining. Another relatively large modular layout. You can see all these are a different module. You can just kind of stick them together and Amtrak fans will recognize this place. The home of Big Daddy.
Taking bets on the contest.
Yeah. If you guys want to take your counts, here's a heads up. Yeah, pretty much every scale is represented at this show. I did see someone asking earlier about live steam, the 7.5-inch gauge, and I did see a couple of those locomotives on display. And of course, they have an actual locomotive in the Mallory building, 2-foot narrow gauge coal-fired steam locomotive number 3. Dwarven, I'm sure you guys remember them from the virtual show. Lero, Mr. Lero with his beautiful artwork. Another great HO scale model here, huge. This goes around, if you can kind of see the scale of that. Jacksonville Terminal. those guys make some really fabulous N scale products. Nice G scale layout here. With an RDC.
It's a helicopter.
Yeah. If you guys want to see where the cameras are located, here in the Young building, our camera's up there on pole number 1, on to the left side at the top underneath that red band. If you guys are following us, we'll, it looks like the camera's looking right at us. This was our booth, where our booth would have been prior to our move. This is where we were back in 2020. And we've moved over to the BLC. All right, going to take a quick stroll over to the Stroh building. And then we'll kind of backtrack through the Young building here and over to the Mallory building. So we're gonna go back out into this lovely weather. Beautiful out today, a little chilly. Yeah, snow blowing sideways. Look at this, guys. Bruce Williams, folks. Round of applause for Bruce Williams getting the door. What a guy, what a guy. I don't care what Kathy says about him. Okay, this interesting building here. Certainly got a farm smell to it. There's some great layouts in this building too. Looks like we just had a meet here on this layout. Check this out. You want to talk about some detail. Some really fabulous layouts in here, I tell you what. We'll sneak down and catch this train coming by the sand and gravel place. This also is a nice modular setup here. All right. A lot of great stuff in this this building. All right, Bruce, we ready to brave the cold again?
Here we go.
All right, guys, we're going to head over to the Mallory. This will be the last building of the 4. And then we'll do this again tomorrow as well. We'll hit some different booths, and we'll talk to some folks. Also going to do looks like we'll do a walk and talk with John Sacerdoti, the the show director, the man, the myth, the legend. Ooh, brutal. That wind is something else. All right, so we're just going to cut through the young building here. Tom's Trains, fully stocked. Where do we cut over to Mallory at? Straight ahead?
I think.
All right.
Fresh 8th chapter chip cookies.
Well, now this is neat for some wall art, actual riveted metal signs. Just fascinating stuff here. Mentally, I'm already broke here. All the stuff I'd like to take home. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, Amherst Railroad Hobby Show. West Springfield, Mass. Here at the Big E. This is a pretty neat scene here. Some phenomenal layouts. All right, guys, back into the frigid temperatures. Looks like we'll be out in this here just for a minute on the way over to the Mallory building. Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. It's coming down. Now, this is the building that's got the 2-foot narrow gauge locomotive in it. Also, where Maggie the Clown is located, and of course a treasure trove of lots of other great stuff. Stephen, tips are appreciated for the doorman. He's been doing a great job. Not just for us, but for everybody else. Thank you, Bruce. Everybody's freezing. All right, welcome to the Mallory building. More, this layout's huge. Neat stuff. That's a long train here, guys. Auto rack train led by a couple of SD80 Max. All right. Andrew Rovers, was that you? Who was that there? Just donated $10. I missed that on the chat. I apologize, but certainly thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. Mr. Rovers, definitely appreciate you. Thank you, sir. All right. Eastern Seaboard models here. Stephen, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And your doorman appreciates it. We might even feed him dinner tonight. If you guys are getting blurry stuff, it may be because this building's all steel. So let me move over to the other side of the building here, and hopefully the connection will improve. But likely it's just because of low bandwidth, or we're in a bad spot here. We'll get out into the bigger building here down the hallway. So stick with us here another minute or so, and we'll get to the other end of the building. Maybe get some better reception. The Dry Hill Model Railroad Club. Looking good. Here's that massive auto rack train. If you guys can see it off in the distance there, the 280 Max going lower left. That's a long train.
This
Guys,
is military train on the other.
Yeah, military train in the foreground. Anna Ford, we love you, girl. Thank you. I think I could drink $20 worth of Dunkin' between today and tomorrow.
You already have.
And if not, challenge accepted. Bruce says I've already had $20 worth of Dunkin' already. All right. Onward and inward into the Mallory building. We'll go see the folks over the main narrow gauge. And the smells in this building are phenomenal because apparently the food truck is here right around the corner, making me hungry. That's where the smell's coming from.
Excuse me while I go.
A lot of big layouts here in this building as well. So we'll go check these out. All right. Yeah, this is this building, just to give you guys an overview, very large. That first section we came into and down that hallway led into this back section here. Looks like N scale here. Nice modular setup. And this is the Fremont N-Scale Modular Railroading. Check them out. free-mon.net. Their Facebook information at the bottom. UP Railfan, are you referring to me or the actual clown? Oh. All right, we're gonna... Woodland Scenic over here is in the middle of a clinic, so we'll drop in and say hello. Oh yeah. And here you can learn some skills for your model railroad from Woodland Scenics. Fantastic. Looks like they got all kinds of good stuff in here, huh?
What?
All right.
Hey, Victoria.
A bunch of big layouts here in this building. Hopefully the connection is improved a little bit. If not, well, these metal buildings.
What would that look like? Might it look like this? Is there a chance that that's what virtual Railfan cam would look like?
That is, yes.
That would be me.
Yes.
That would be Tuesday in Ashland, Virginia.
On your way here?
Train on the way here.
All right, good to see you.
Welcome, virtual Virtual Railfan. Glad to see you guys. I've been contacted 3 times today by folks who've been logged in said, oh, there you are. I see you.
Big Brother's watching.
You guys are welcome to see as much of this as you can take in.
It's an impressive layout for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, check this out. Some beautiful detail on this thing, huh?
I did have it on YouTube for a little while, but I couldn't figure out how to keep it from skipping.
Engine driver, whatever.
Stop.
Look at the detail in this place here.
That's what I kind of figured. I was thinking about delaying it for like 2 minutes. Maybe the computer would catch up.
It's all signaled and everything. Yeah, UP Railfan. Looks like Maggie the Clown's around the corner. When you said clown, I immediately thought you were referring to me, but I appreciated that you weren't. Look at this here, folks. Interesting. We'll be back tomorrow too, so we can give you a heads up.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
Beautiful layout.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, Solaris, thank you very much. We appreciate that. Paul J, yes, we did drive. It's about a 15-hour drive from East Tennessee here. And we split that up over 2 days. We left Athens, Tennessee about 8 a.m. on Wednesday. Drove through to Clinton, New Jersey that night. And then finished up about 3 hours from New Jersey into Springfield on Thursday. Got here about lunchtime. Again, Solaris, the long hauler rail fan, thank you so much for your kindness. We appreciate that.
And if the Lionheart here with the Eagles billboards.
Uh-oh. All right, Eagles fans, there you go. There's your representation. One more time, Solaris, the long hauler rail fan, we certainly appreciate your kindness. Thank you so much. I guess that means we will feed Bruce dinner tonight.
Thank you, Solaris.
All right, we're going to get down here. There looks like to be a passenger train coming, so...
Stars from retired American flags.
Guys, this is the Valley End track layout here in the Mallory building. Some phenomenal detail on this layout. It's crazy. Detail right down to the end of train device. Again, this is the Valley End track layout here in the Mallory building. Be sure to check these guys out. Really nice layout here. The detail is just wild.
The detail in the yard, the crop.
Oh yeah, just the fields, everything. All right. Yeah, another one here.
Actually,
All right, we're going to continue our way here through the Mallory building, checking out these phenomenal layouts. Modular layouts are neat because you can go from cities and towns, you can go season to season. Huge layout here, I mean, huge. Somebody got pulled over. Can even buy a classic car.
even have it to the home pass.
Yeah. It's like this area is under construction or about to be transformed into something here. Looks like an old locomotive repair shop. Really neat stuff. So interesting bit of information here. This locomotive that we are approaching, this is what started my love affair with trains. I remember being about 5 or 6 years old, telling them it was my birthday and they'd give you a cab ride, and them guys at Edaville letting me shovel coal, blow the whistle, ring the bell, and then it was all over after that. But this is what started the love affair with trains for Virtual Railfan. And these guys, the main locomotive and machine works, trucked this in yesterday from Maine. Came in on a flatbed. Normally they have this fired up, but the weather here is a little chilly, so they didn't want everything freezing. Give you guys a little glimpse into what goes on in one of these. Of course, these guys operate on the kindness of your donations. So check them out, the Maine Narrow Gauge Railroad Museum. And this is a 2-foot gauge. 2 feet in between the rails.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, be sure to check these guys out here. Mainlocomotive.com. For those of you guys watching. All right, so we're gonna keep trucking here, but yeah, something interesting, at least something I'm very interested in is April 23rd and 24th of this year, they're gonna truck this locomotive down to Edaville and run it on the old main line at Edaville Railroad. So something I think I will certainly be coming up for is this trip. Like I said, this is the locomotive, or one of the locomotives that really cemented my love for trains. And they're going to run it at Edaville, where I basically grew up as a kid. And I literally remember shoveling coal as young as 5 or 6 years old in the cab of that locomotive. Edaville used to have a program where you could sign the book, and if it was your birthday, they'd give you a cab ride. Well, my parents used to take me to Edaville Railroad 6 or 8 times a year, and I think you know where this is going. I used to have 6 or 8 birthdays a year and ride in the cab. A couple of you had asked about the Lego layout, so we're going to check out the Lego layout. This is quite impressive. Interesting. All Legos here. Lego trains, folks. I think if I had this as a kid, I never would have left the house. Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to check out this last layout, Maggie the Clown. It's been a big hit all day. Even got a little trackless train for the kids you can ride on back there. We promised Bruce we'd give him a ride later today. He's been on his best behavior for us, so I think we're going to let you ride today, Bruce.
Can I sit in the locomotive?
We'll ask. Bruce wants a cab ride. Great looking G-scale. You can see that this stuff is huge, this G-scale stuff. This layout is pretty massive as well. Two Rails, thank you very much. Bruce, Two Rails, he donated for your ticket.
I'm going for a ride.
Just to give you an idea on scale, that's how big that is. Yeah, G-scale is definitely not cheap. Ah, okay. So this is looks like 7.5-inch gauge, or no? Yep.
I watch your guys' channel.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, this is? Yeah.
You guys gotta upload a camera boy from New York.
All right.
Yeah. And then
Are you guys with this locomotive?
Yes.
What scale is this?
So it's inch and a half scale to the foot. So every foot is scaled down. It's an inch and a half.
Roughly 1/8
Where do you run this?
We're out of Southwick, Mass, and we're out of
Saratoga.
Saratoga.
Wow.
Like I say, if you're interested, go and check out Backyard Rail Stuff. Go on my TikTok page at Chris Ratnick. I have like 166,000 followers.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. That's neat.
Quite a bit of people following wise, mostly Canadian rowers, but
Cool. Appreciate it.
why don't you have anything up over and around?
Just it really depends on like what's going on, where. We try to, we're starting to get out and do more events and whatnot, but it's just been so busy trying to
What
get.
do you need to hand up in areas in New England? Like,
Generally, a willing host, somebody that's willing to actually host the camera. Their building or whatnot, decent
you're
view.
over in the other building. I say if later on I'll come by.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
There's a couple spots that you might be interested in doing.
Yeah, definitely hit me up. I'm going to finish up this live, but I'll come back and see you guys. All right. We're going to hit one more layout here, folks, and then we're going to call it quits for today. And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do a little walk and talk with John from the show, and we'll do some more in-depth visits with some of the vendors. If there's anything specific you guys want to see, let us know in the comments. Folks you want us to visit, booths you want to see, and we can do some more in-depth coverage of that tomorrow when we come back. Tomorrow's going to be 10 to 5, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Last day of the show. Another G-scale layout. Northlands in Flemington, New Jersey. Got 4 cameras there at Northlands. Great looking layouts. All right, looks like that's going to wrap it up here for the Mallory building. So again, we'll be back here again tomorrow morning starting at 10 a.m., but the cameras will be live all night, so not obviously a lot of action happening in the middle of the night, but the other cameras will be live up until Sunday at 5, and then the feed will end 5 o'clock on Sunday. We'll break down and head back to the great state of Tennessee on Monday morning. And hopefully a little bit less snow and warmer temperatures. All right, that's it from the Mallory building. This is Virtual Railfan, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.